courage to resist. So may it be.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Well, go on then. It's rude to keep a goddess waiting.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. The summoning channel Mystra has provided is one only I can enter. No matter how much I prefer not to face her alone. You'd make a fine three-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of three-dragon ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite weave.
You can no more control the Karsite weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
Great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
The Karsite weave. I had no idea. Do you realize what this means? The orb is no stray piece of ordinary magic. It is something entirely different. The nascent form of a new divine power. Of course, I couldn't control it. I was mortal. But once I reforge the crown, the power of a god will be mine to command. The orb will answer to me. Slim to none, I hope. Mystra has no right to prevent another ascending to the Pantheon. Only Heio can decide that. Let me assure you, Karsite Weave has no more inherent evil to it than a child in the womb, or an axe half-forged on the blacksmith's anvil. It is a tool, ready to be shaped by its wielder, by me. And you know me to be someone of reasonably sound moral judgment, don't you? Gods! It's refreshing to share the company of someone who sees things the same way I do. All we need to do is stay focused on the task at hand. Defeating that Elder Brain. After that, you can leave the rest to me.
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mystra? I can't say I blame him. Who'd want to hold a power like the crown of Karsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else? I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course.
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of mind. It doesn't make any sense.
They won't care about stupid things.
It will when you've met the drow.
This crown too dangerous even for Mystra. But I would sooner trust it with a god than with Gale. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. Ready and willing.
Directly.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Let's move. that blood? No, never mind.
How delicious. Simple.
All is ashen meat.
What do you want? I don't need to escape. I've got food, water, privacy, and I mean to keep it that way.
Oh, for a skeleton key.
Mind, never quiet.
The pride of the gate.
What to do?
goes on about him.
I gave you first, so you have to go. My fingers crossed. I'm not going in there and get swallowed by a devil.
Oh, I
Well,
get
she
it.
nodded at me. Suggestively, Gortash this, Gortash that. Nothing but the dead Jew.
Sharp as ever.
Looking ahead.
Flowers, every colour of the rainbow. Right here.
Not to. I'm standing downwind.
What can I do for you? course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
Where am I needed?
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
I don't read any of the Gazette. Pictures me.
If you had to pick one for a night of passion,
The one with that dink in his chest plate. I'd give him
A hero at heart. Where am I needed?
No time to rest?
Wow. So that was Mystra. Pretty spectacular stuff. But I think Gale was right not to agree to do her bidding, no questions asked. I respect the gods, but they don't always understand what they're asking of us. Maybe immortality makes it hard. Proud of Gale, though. It takes some man to hold his own in front of the divine. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full. Now with...
You've come. We await your... Ah, you finally come. Have you retrieved the Orphic hammer? Will our prince's chains finally be broken? Not a new companion, but an old one, and a loyal one. A proper introduction is in order, but I will let him do the honors. The remaining honor guard serve as my eyes and ears. Vlaakith's forces hunt you and the Prism. My allies have slayed more than you know, so that you might travel freely. As for those that break through, you've proven more than capable of bleeding them yourself.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny.
The prophecy is one step closer to fruition.
Among our people, one gift is esteemed above all others. The Silver Sword. Take it. Wield it in honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son. Vinisk, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the Astral Prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. First we'll defeat the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry. No. When I am done with the Gith Princeling, you may do...
Questions, Vinisk? You seem to be lost in thought.
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Gale. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
Vinisk, friend to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain, which shakes this city. Then we turn our sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit. When you break Prince Orpheus free, his psionic cry will alert us. I will fly to your side.
Look at you, precious thing.
Come closer. Tell me what you see. More than an ally. I am the Master of Flames, the Splitter of Skies. I am the Red Dragon Kuthenos. I will be the one to carry Voss into battle against Vlaakith. And I will be the one to breathe the flames that melt her. We were pacted by the Archdevil Tiamat and forced to serve the Githyanki. It is to the people that I'm loyal, not to the Lich Vlaakith, a corpse in Gith clothing. I know Orpheus, just as I knew his mother. A new future will be planted in the wake of the comet. Until we meet again, mortal. I look forward to fighting alongside you. Vlaakith will tremble at the sound of our roar.
What are we supposed to be doing? But we are troublemakers. What's the name of that river down there?
A rush of ancient whispers fills your mind as you approach the door. It is rife with magic. Old, deathly magic.
A new vessel brimming with blood darkens Bhaal's door to baptize his Deus most holy. Do you have proof of your faith to our Lord? You hold proof of faith, but to hold and the truth is heard, and it pleases him. The door will part. Walk in blood.
I'm spot.
Close ranks.
Another fight. Let's go.
No gloom, all doom. With ease.
On my way.
Moving.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. I'm coming for you.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Let's go.
Time to press ahead. This will do nicely. They're dying for me. All of them.
Step quick. Yes, here.
Over there. Behold the dance of death.
That hit the spot.